This was an idea I sent out yesterday to everybody publicly, and it was look for the break of this range. See the blue lines, and I mentioned we're looking for the break above the blue lines, come back and it fails, and then we take the trade. And I talked about throwing these VWAP, these yellow VWAPs in. This is the anchored VWAP here, that one. So we had a really nice outcome. Now what we're going to do with this video, I'm going to look for another opportunity. So we'll have a look at this, and I'll give you my trade plan, how to get involved in the next trade. Just quickly before I go, whenever I post a video or an idea like this, and I'm saying, you know, wait for this, blah, 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 and take the next breakout, bullish or whatever, there's an easy way to do this. All you got to do is actually use this indicator here, this one, and it'll give you this. I circled it down here. That's the breakout of the, this is a VWAP cluster, and it's a bullish breakout. And the part of the plan of this was wait for this to break out of this value area range, come back in, retest, and then you take that trade. So you can set this up to go off on your phone. It's just a bullish signal. The next bullish signal. Look at all these opportunities. These are all going off. Okay, really specific. And set it off to go off on your phone. So I'll just show you that quickly. 3 dots, add alert, and you're looking for all bullish. Just do that. And once per bar close, create. And then over here, you can set it up on your phone. Notifications, notify in the app, on your phone app. So I have these going off on my phone app, and you can be anywhere. Man, it just jumps straight into your phone and take the trade. It's as simple as that. And don't miss the opportunity. Anyway, we're going to have a look at another setup here. So I'll just take these out, and I'll publish it. We'll send this into Trading View. Choose a window. Okay, choose a window. Guys, we're looking at MNQ. Okay, so this was the idea yesterday. We were looking for a break of this range. That was the idea. And there's the range. There's the break of the range right here. And we had that. So I would be inclined to close this trade if you entered. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look for another opportunity. So I'm going to remove all the drawings and just start from scratch. Okay, so I'm going to go to the 4-hour chart. So the thing with this is this is now a little bit extended. And if I just go to the candles, see it back here. So it's traded into this. This is a distribution level. And there's going to be a ton of liquidity above here in the form of buy stops. When that reaches into that, there's a pretty good chance that it pulls back. And I don't really want to be buying when it's at a premium. All right. So I want this to fib retrace, if you like. Yeah, you can just go from here. I want this to come back down into here. Now look, here's the thing. Grab the volume profile, fixed range, look for the high and the low, and I'm going to go from this candle here. So what I want is to grab this. All right, this gives me, in fact, we can grab the anchored, and I'll throw it in there. That's the one I want. Let's just take that out. Right. So we've broken out of here, and I really want to see a bit of a reaction of this level, more so than we've had. We've had a little bit of a thing, but my plan of attack with this will be, let's just go to a 30-minute chart. Look at this price action here. See how overextended this is? And I want to show you something else. If we pick up the fixed range volume profile, I'm going to pull it through, and just going to pick up all of this through here. Fixed range volume profile from there to there. All right, so you've got value here, and then you've got a bit of a fair value gap under here. So it's a really simple thing. All you've got to do is wait for this to pull back, as it did here. Look, it's a very, very simple strategy. But you've got to have systems in place that tell you when, that's a little bit of a pullback here, all right, that tell you when this rotation is starting to occur. That's it. All right. So what I'm looking for, even if we go to a 15-minute chart, I'm looking for this. I want to see this pullback. So at the moment, we've got this trend through here, right? And I'd like to see, I don't want to buy at a premium. This is at a premium. I want the discount. I want it to come back down. Now, you've got this level here is the first port of call. And I don't know whether it'll trade further down and look for this level down here. We don't know. We have no idea where that's going to travel. But what will happen is that will pull back. And at some stage during the pullback, it's going to, like here, for example, it's going to break structure. It's going to break this structure. And, let's just do this. It pulls back. And wherever it lands, all right, it breaks structure. And we just need a system in place that will give you the break of structure, right? And that is a potential entry. Now, I'm not saying that this is the exact level that I'm looking for this to, because this could happen here. It could happen down in here, for all I know, right? But all I'm looking for is for this pullback to pull back, and then it shifts gears, and then we break out of this this retrace. Break out, and then that is an entry point, as it did here. Look, okay, it broke structure. So I mean, it's an easy concept, but you've got to have the discipline and the mindset to be able to trade it and manage your trades properly. All right. So anyway, that's what I'm looking for, and just understand that it could happen. It could trade back down here. Who knows, right? So that's my trade plan for this. Now, I'll just throw that in there. I'm looking for a bullish opportunity on a pullback, basically, and then, it starts trending up, and then let's go. All right, bias is bullish, something like that. Okay, guys, I mean, that's my idea. I'd love it if you leave a comment. Let me know what you think. So stop loss would be under the low, and target 1 would be the high, and target 2 would be, further up. I would look to close 50% at 1R, and then pull your stop loss and trail it. Okay, that's it. Love it if you comment. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh, Jesus, shut the fuck up, will you? Fuck.